But anyway, this is Glad to Just Be. Waving to you as the bus pulls away. I sat on the bench and I looked at the day. Got lost in a dream for a minute or two, thinking about things that I've been through. At least I'm alive, the sun's shining bright. No hint of having some very tough nights. The doctors lost me for a few minutes there. I left my body and floated midair. My pain disappeared, my sight became clear. Death isn't the ending that most of us fear. Watching them work interested me. I wasn't worried, I floated free. They brought me back, it's really okay. It's all been a gift every day. I don't understand all of what's going on. Just happy to live, play my part, moving on. Mystery abounds, we still don't know why. Looking for answers, we look to the sky. Our lives are a wonder, we don't understand how we all got here, what is the plan? Some claim to know, and others just guess. Some just don't care, others think it's a mess. What's going on so much bigger than me? Playing my part, I'm glad to just be. Got lost in a dream for a minute or two, thinking about things that I've been through. What's going on so much bigger than me? Playing my part, I'm glad to just be. I'm glad to just be. Thank you.
Well done, Don. Now, Don, you mentioned, I think, when you played that song at a different open mic event, that parts of it or most of it were autobiographical. Is that right?
It's absolutely autobiographical.
Clouds are floating in the sky, birds sung in the trees nearby, busy buzzing bees among the flowers. On my face a gentle breeze, the sunlight trickles through the leaves. Tranquil, I could stay right here for hours. I'm alive. Alive. Now I'm watching fireflies glowing quick like tiger's eyes, fairy lights upon a summer's evening. Imagination running wild in my mind. I'm still a child caught between reality and dreaming. I'm alive. Alive. Sun's gone down, the night is falling. I can hear an owl calling, sending soft sweet shivers up my spine. Twilight rays glowing velvet, the silver moon's not risen yet. I smell the fragrant perfume of the pines. I am alive. Alive. Now some folks find it really hard relaxing in their own backyard. They're always busy doing something. I may just be wasting time, but inspiration this sublime helps me to be someone I believe in. I'm alive. Alive. Alive, alive, I'm alive. There we go, I'm alive there. Ba-ba-da.
I was influenced by the film that I saw recently on, I think, on Amazon Prime, the documentary about Leonard Cohen and his time on the Greek island of Idra with Marianne, his muse, his Norwegian muse on the Greek island. And I'm not a huge Leonard Cohen fan, but I admire his genius, and he was a major depressive. And so I decided what I wanted to write about was a song about depression in general, but contrasted with my own trip to Idra, because I took a trip there in 2019. It's an amazing place, and the impact it had on me, and then try to imagine a depressed person going to Idra and returning to his depressed life in the upper Midwest somewhere. So anyway, and so I added this night before two lines about the bus, and then the rest of it happens the next morning. So it's called A Sign and Not a Song, version 2. Waving to you as the bus pulls away, I'm already losing your impression. Now comes another long, lonely night as I embrace my depression. All the birds are angry with me, and I can say that I don't blame them. They're pecking at a feeder that's empty, a situation I condemn. It's been light for 3 hours, but I've just dragged out of the bed. The sun has opened the flowers, but it feels like a dark day instead. When did a bird on a wire become a sign and not a song? When Leonard Cohen faced the fire, did Marianne sing along? Were there Greek island nights the kind of bliss that they would choose? did all those fishing boat lights illuminate what they could lose? Now when I landed on Idra, I was blinded by the blue. Before we docked, I was in trance, and my time there, it just flew. The gulls were singing to me, they pulled my heart apart with song. The Mediterranean Sea reminded me that soul was strong. When did a bird on a wire become a sign and not a song? When Marianne faced the fire, did Leonard Cohen sing along? Were there Greek island nights, the kind of bliss that they would choose? Or did all those fishing boat lights illuminate what they could lose? Now I'm back here in the grave, my soul is overcast once more. I feed these birds most every day, they eat it all and want some more. It seems a lifetime ago that the hills of Idra shone, a light that rescued me from woe, but now I feel again alone. So tell me, when did a bird on a wire become a sign and not a song? When Leonard Cohen faced the fire, did Marianne sing along, along, along? Then were there Greek island nights, the kind of bliss that they would choose? Or did all those fishing boat lights illuminate what they could lose? All the birds are angry with me, and I can say that I don't blame them.
I'm late for Mother's Day, but I have two songs that have to do with women who were mothers. And that isn't necessarily what the song is about. It doesn't focus necessarily on their child rearing per se. It has to do with other aspects of their adult life, but they are both mothers. One of them, the first one I'll sing about, was my mother. She was a soldier in World War II. And World War II was, in the middle of World War II, was the first time that women were actually admitted to the Army, to the real U.S. Army. Women always served as auxiliaries in one way or another ever since the Revolutionary War. And when the war started for the States in World War II, my mom joined this auxiliary, Army auxiliary. And as soon as she had the opportunity to, she joined the actual Women's Army Corps, the WAC, or the WACs. And she had a wonderful, interesting career. And I heard these stories my whole life in bits and pieces from Mom talking about being in the war. And it was after hearing these stories in many different situations, I heard the one detail that meant the world to me and that made the song. And the detail is that if you're a parent and you have a soldier serving, you can put a blue star in your window. And people did that, and they do it to this day, and they certainly did it during World War II. And my mom told me at one point that her mom and dad, her mom in particular, took their blue star for their daughter and embroidered it, put it in the window with embroidery around the blue star. And that was to indicate that it was a woman who was serving in the WACs, or the Women's Army Corps. So I thought, oh, when I heard that detail, I knew where I wanted to go with this song. A blue star in your window in 1944 was how you showed the neighbors you've a boy out in the war. On a Detroit street, one blue star was framed with embroidery. John and Lucy telling everyone their soldier was a she. Their blue star was a sergeant in the Woman's Army Corps, just a gal playing softball a few short years before. Those women trained in barracks and in mud all volunteer, and when she left for the Pacific, her proud father was in tears. She worked with the Brisbane generals who directed air attacks. MacArthur never spoke to her, but he claimed he loved his wax. Through Corregidor in the Philippines, her unit island hopped, and she was not discharged until the 2 big bombs had dropped. The blue star in the window, the one with lace around, who was there so many months till she came home and they took it down. And then quickly and quietly she returned to civilian life, and in a couple of years she became a good man's wife. And when the man from Veterans History asked her what's the best she's done, she didn't hesitate when she said, why, it's my 3 sons. Oh, but being in the whack, she said, it took a little nerve, but the army needed us, and we gals were glad to serve. It's many decades later, and she still loves her man. Her grandkids love her stories about all that a woman can. And she's a fan of Tiger baseball. She follows politics, generous and gentle, and her uniform still fits. The blue star in the window was embroidered all around for Estelle, who was a soldier so far from her hometown. In cadences and combat boots, her leadership did shine from Fort Wayne in 41 till the job was done in 45. You see a blue star in your window? 1944. It's how you showed the neighbors you've a boy out in the war. On a Detroit street, one blue star was framed with embroidery. John and Lucy telling everyone their soldier was a she. My grandparents telling everyone their soldier was a WAC. My grandmother, whom I never met, my dad's mother, and I sing in her voice, so you'll have to willingly suspend your disbelief and pretend that I am my grandmother singing this song. My name is Francis, and on my saint's day, my big sister lent me a dress. My good man Janusz met me at the church for Mass, and our marriage was blessed. Polkas were danced on the village green. Conscription nowhere to be seen. We dreamed of America, Janusz and me. the new century. Five years later, it's Poland farewell to Baltimore from Bremen town. To Pennsylvania, a coal patch out west, bituminous deep underground. Jan had been a farmer, quiet, strong, but he went down the dark holes and we scraped along. I prayed he'd shift, he'd go down those mines. I'm a mother 6 times. Ghosts and shadows come out of that pit whenever the hoist bell clangs. I see them retch and cough and spit, dear grimy husbands and fathers in shuffling gangs, neath timbers that hold up a roof of rock. The air is so foul and exposed, fatals are high in Greene County, but we're told America needs us, our tons of coal. Greene County coal. Greene County coal. It dries the soul. On Janusz' last day, some supports gave way. They carried him up top where he died. Sirens went off, but I knew right away when they told me I'd already cried. For Greene County coal. Greene County coal, rest his soul. Fall 1919, I'm pregnant once more. I knew the day Janusz was gone. The orphanage nuns took 3 of our girls. I'm not sure how I go on. His baby inside me at New Year, it's due. I fear for our youngest who's caught Spanish flu. The dream of America gone coal black. I just want my family back. Ghosts and shadows come out of that pit whenever the hoist bell clangs. I see them retch and cough and spit, dear grimy husbands and fathers in shuffling gangs. For Greene County coal. Greene County coal, it it tries the soul. My name is Francis, and on my saint's day, a Greek sister lent me a dress. My good man Janusz met me at the church for Mass, and our marriage was blessed.